Right in the heart of a silver bullet.
Yeah. I think they plotting on man. Don't wipe their feet when they enter the lab. I feel a cold stare.
Muhammad Ali would have been a nobody if he fought in 2026. Muhammad Ali was 6'3", 210 pounds, fighting in the heavyweight division. Muhammad Ali couldn't float like a butterfly and sting like a bee against today's fighters because one punch would have put Muhammad Ali down for good. Muhammad Ali was a small fighter. He was a big guy for his time because nobody was eating protein and prioritizing weight training the way that they do today. Muhammad Ali would be on SportsCenter every single night trying to float like a butterfly until some guy catches him and knocks him out with one punch. Everything that Muhammad Ali did back in the day doesn't work today. Today, every fighter can do what Muhammad Ali was doing, but they're 30 pounds heavier and significantly faster while they do it. Muhammad Ali never would have won a championship, and he never would have even gotten to a title fight if he was fighting in 2026.
What's good? This is about like horrible sports takes. A lot of times I hear people in their sports takes, and they're usually, unfortunately, they're younger and they're out of shape. And which and it seems like generally they never participated in any of the things that they're talking about. So they don't really know what they're talking about. So, but I'm gonna get to other sports, but I'm using this guy as an example. Muhammad Ali couldn't win a heavyweight title in 2026 because of his size. But Alexander Usyk is a cruiserweight who went up to heavyweight and won titles. Blatant, just not thinking, right? But by the way, Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman, probably the hardest puncher, one of the top three hardest punchers, excuse me, in heavyweight history. But you don't understand that. You can say Muhammad Ali ain't great or whatever, but Muhammad Ali is a 6-time fighter of the year. The only closest other person has 3. It's a couple with 3. Mind you. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times y'all make these sports takes, and I'm not even referencing the civil rights, all that. I'm not even referencing any of that. And you can say he beat some of the same people over and over again. Yeah, so did Manny Pacquiao. So did Sugar Ray Robinson. Now, going into the other part about horrible sports takes. Because in my opinion, y'all gonna keep doing this, and in 5-10 years, y'all gonna tell me Roy Jones Jr. was trash. You get what I'm saying? Y'all gonna tell me Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler wasn't that good. I saw a clip with kid. Why is Magic Johnson considered good? He's the best point guard of all time. These people were playing against plumbers, and it's like, okay, all right. You want to know the biggest difference between the 80s, 90s, and somewhat 2000s in sports? The players actually had to show up on primetime games, primetime events. That's where the real nostalgia comes from. See, y'all don't get it because now, because of all the networks and the how can I say this, in the different parts of the television rights, there are a lot of premium, quote unquote, primetime games, far more than there used to be. And because of that, you see great players look pretty average in primetime games. the players in the time that I'm talking about, I mean, I'm talking sports in the general sense right now. They they knew, oh, Monday night got to ball out. Thursday night they coming, the world coming to see us. You know, Sunday night, Thanksgiving, Christmas, yes, New Year's. Oh yeah, we got to do it. Somebody, we got to put on a show. You know, prime time game that this is the slotted game for the nation to watch. Yes, got to do it. That was the difference. They cared. They. I'm not saying that you could say games have evolved and athletes have evolved, but they cared more to put on a show. Now, getting back to these guys and their horrible sports takes. I got to do this. Play football. Play basketball. Play baseball. Box. Wrestle. Fight a little. Just because what it is a lot of y'all don't have knowledge in the intricacies of these sports and of these crafts and skill sets. So it looks like a lot of y'all talking with a video game mind. And do some research. Not just, ooh, these were the stats and these were the stats. No, no, no. Do some research. Not just the negative, ooh, now I can tear this person down because this is the best I got. No, no, no. Really look at it from both sides. In boxing, who is probably statistically the best boxer is Floyd. Truth be told. You know, who did most boxers in this modern era want to be? That Roy. Roy was doing stuff that nobody like is too unorthodox. That was an actual video game character when he was in his prime. Never seen nothing like it. If you look right now, Ben Whitaker, striking style, striking resemblance to Emmanuel Augustus. The drunken master who, ironically, if y'all remember what is it, Rumble or something like it's Rumble something. Ready to Rumble. They had video game where the dude's boxing, the guy had an afro and he was doing wild stuff. That's from Emmanuel Augustus. You know. Um Actually watch the sport. And I'm not saying like sometimes you see a lot of professional athletes in it and they know the intricacies of their sport. But if you never played it, it's different. Like, let me say this. I think that was Stuart Scott. I think it was Stuart Scott. I could be wrong. The brother had the glasses and one of the eyes was a little off because he had one of those journalists felt like they could catch a football and Eli Manning threw it and it went right through his hand and hit him in his eye and busted his glasses. And it's like, yeah, man, that's not these people. And I think Eli was being a jerk, but because let him warm up to it. Don't just try to go for the jugular out the gate. I think that was a jerk move, but it sent a real message. You know, be more like I'm gonna say this. The reason why Amar Rashad was so good, and he would get on the court with players, he would he would participate during the interviews of other people in their sports. But remember, Amar Rashad was a professional athlete, so he knows. Look, I'm giving these people their deserved respect for their craft, and I'm just here along the ride for the show. You know what I'm saying? Pros and Joes needs to come back. If y'all don't know what that is, all of you people with horrible takes, that was a show when they had average people go up against professional athletes in their respective sports so they could see the difference. And I think a lot of y'all cats who get on the internet talking real crazy, they need to bring back pros and Joes so somebody could knock y'all the fuck out. And let's see if you talk the same. You get what I'm saying? So, and even then, they were actually going easy on y'all. I need to bring American Gladiator back again. So everybody go, oh yeah, because this goes into that concept of, you know, when I say these people are normally, they look like they're unathletic and out of shape. That armchair quarterback thing, that oh it looks easy, I could do it. You don't know what you're really looking at. You really have no idea what you're really looking at. You know, but going back to that, because y'all aren't participants, y'all don't know, as Roger Mayweather would say, you don't know shit about boxing, you know. So get in the ring, find out how long 3 minutes actually is. Get on a football field. Depending on what position we talking about, you're gonna have a whole different experience. Get on the basketball court with a hoop and see they look slow on the camera while you watching at home. Boy, you watch up close, you're like, God, they moving and they huge. Yes. Yes. Try to get an and one from somebody that's 6'5" and 215 pounds hitting you with an elbow or a shoulder in the chest while you're in the air. Try to get an and one in. See how easy that is. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Tell me what you think. Catch you on the next one. Peace.